We are at the 92nd National FFA Convention and Expo in Indianapolis, Indiana, Ohio being represented so well here, and there's so much of convention still to come. One of those representations that's so well for Ohio is the Stars Over America. Now, there are 4 categories. Ohio has a finalist in 3 of those, so 3 finalists, which is astonishing in and of itself. We caught up with those 3 finalists, and we begin with Olivia Flama, who has some history in her specific division, and that is agri-science.
I conducted multiple research projects while I was in high school, and in doing so I also competed in the agri-science fair. So I was a National Agri-Science Fair finalist for 3 years, but I also just did 4 projects overall. And so those are kind of some of the parameters that go along with being a star finalist. I did research on pollinators and specifically honeybees. So one of my SAEs was actually producing honeybees and having an apiary, and so I wanted to solve problems that I was facing on my farm and in the honeybee community. And so that was kind of the focus of my research. I took several different pathways looking at pollen in honey, looking at insulation in honey over the winter, and then also looking at perceptions of pollinators in communities and seeing how we can change people's actions.
Luke Scott is the star in agribusiness. His roots are in some custom application work in Crawford County.
In 2016, I started a custom application business applying farm pesticides to my father's fields, my own fields, and a few other customers. Expanded from one small ATV sprayer that I use to spray when it's too wet to spray with my Rogator, which I purchased in 2017. So went from 1 machine to 2, and went from 260 acres my first year to about 2,500 here this year.
And lastly, Todd Peterson is a finalist for Star Farmer. We get an update from Todd on his operation.
So when I was a freshman in high school, I started out just being a part owner in my family's wheat and straw operation. The next year I was able to rent an abandoned 7-acre pasture, clean it up, and plant it into soybeans that I farmed on my own. And I've just continued to grow over the years, and now like I said, I'm up to the 333 acres of corn, soybeans, and wheat.
Though these impressive finalists did not come out on top, they still represented the Buckeye State so well here at the 92nd National FFA Convention and Expo. Your coverage of the convention on the Ohio AgNet, all thanks to Wilmington College. I'm Colt Buckenroth.